And so if you're not sure who the hell I am, I'm Lewis Smith, and it's very nice to meet you. And today we're going to be talking about what you should know if you're running or thinking of running Facebook or Instagram ads to a dropshipping business, right? So any kind of social media ads, and you're running them to a dropshipping business or even any kind of e-commerce business, really, what you should know, right? So before we get started with this, if you're interested in taking a deeper dive into this and really learning more, you can head over to dropshipunlocked.com/free. So if somebody would be so kind as to type that in the comments, that would be greatly appreciated. So when it comes to generating sales through paid ads, I always say to clients that it's important to pick a proven and in-demand niche, ideally products that are upwards of £300 in value per item. And we've gone into the reasoning behind why this is in some of the other videos. But the huge question that often holds people back is, well, what type of ads should I be running? What type of traffic source should I be going to first? And what's going to be the highest converting, right? Because everyone's intention with running this kind of business is to make sales. So of course, that's going to be the logical first question. And we get this all the time, right? So people that work with us at Dropship Unlocked do so because they want to build an e-commerce business, but they don't want to have to go and spend thousands on stock from China, or from anywhere really, and have that risk whereby the stock may or may not sell, if they're relying on something like Amazon or eBay and that account gets suspended or shut down, which happens all the time. They don't want to be in that position. They want that time and location freedom. That's one of the big things at the moment. They're often trading time for money, and they want that back, and they want the longer term financial security, right? And even though they have budget that's ready to invest in ads, they're in a position where they can comfortably support their business. They're not under any illusion that it's going to suddenly just like click your fingers and get immediate results. They want a long-term stable business, and they know that at this stage they don't have all the answers, but they're willing to learn and they're ready. So they're often worried about spending too much on ads. That's kind of the first thing, right? And why wouldn't you be? That's, no one wants to spend too much money on ads. And by the way, these platforms will more than happily take your money if you're in that position. They're worried about making no sales. Obviously, that's another one. Like, you can spend a lot of money, get loads of impressions, clicks, engagement, but if you're making no sales of your products, what's the point? They're kind of vanity metrics, really, when you think about it. If they're not bringing in anything, that's not a business, right? And the other one is not having a sustainable system to generate sales, because a lot of the time, the clients that we work with, they can hustle, right? They can make sales, but if they don't have a sustainable system to do it, they don't want to be having to like constantly go out there and write blog posts and create new content and run new video ads all the time to generate sales. They want something they can kind of, to an extent, set it and forget it, right? And I get it. Like, it makes sense. They want a sustainable business. They don't want a flash in the pan that they're going to work hard on one day and then the next day it's gone when that market is no longer hot and trendy. Okay. But I guess that's the thing. And it's especially true of high ticket sales, right? So sales upwards of £300-400 per item. The thing I always say is search intent marketing will trump disruptive marketing every day of the week, right? And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll explain with an example in just a moment. But before I forget, if you are either watching live or on the replay of this and you're interested in taking a deeper dive into exactly what this means and how you can implement it in your own business, your own dropshipping business, then head over to dropshipunlocked.com/free for an on-demand training that you can access free whenever you want. And so I'll explain what I mean with a quick example here. So, right, imagine there's a guy called Peter, okay, and Peter's dropshipping niche, he's in the UK and he's selling grand pianos, okay? Peter's pianos, that's his niche. And just for the sake of this example, I'm not saying that that's a good or a bad niche or meets any of the criteria, but it's Peter's niche, right? And that's what he's picked. So his website is peterspianos.com. Okay, so one day Peter thinks, right, how can I start selling more of these pianos? Right, he's kind of racking his brain thinking, how can I get these pianos out to the market? So he decides he's going to go to one of these music exhibitions and thinks, well, that's where my target market are, so let's go and have a chat to them and kind of see if we can sell some. So he prints out thousands of business cards and he goes to this exhibition and he starts handing out business cards to people saying, hey, my name's Peter, I sell pianos. If you're interested, then, go to our website, peterspianos.com. And he's handing these out and kind of running out of them. And he's been doing it all morning and he's absolutely shattered. And really, most of the people he's spoken to haven't really been interested. A lot of them don't even play piano. They're not interested in buying one. So Peter's a bit kind of down in the dumps, right? That is disruptive marketing. That's the equivalent to running Facebook ads to a dropshipping store. The people that are seeing them, they might be semi-interested, but they're not showing an intention to buy. And the equivalent of spending a lot of energy, like Peter was doing at the exhibition in this example, is money, right? You're spending a lot of money on Facebook ads to try and get this out to as many people as you possibly can. And no one really wants to buy the pianos anyway. So he's exhausted and Peter goes to, have lunch and sit down and kind of regroup ready for the afternoon at this conference. And he thinks, okay, I'm going to try a different tactic this afternoon. So he wheels his finest, polished grand piano out onto the stage at the conference. He picks up the microphone and he asks the conference guy, can I make a quick announcement? And he says, yeah, fine. So he jumps up on stage and to all 3,000 people in the entire exhibition, he says, look, here's our lovely piano. If you'd like to buy it, could you please just walk up to the front of the stage now and I'll take your orders, right? Now, out of the 300 people at that 3,000 people at that conference, he might only get like 2 or 3 people that really are interested and come to the front. But if he makes even just one sale out of doing that, they came to him. They expressed an interest, therefore he can just concentrate on that sale. You see, so that is search intent marketing. That is Google Ads. That's like you saying, we have a product. If you're interested, come to us. If you're not, don't worry, carry on. You're not trying to get in front of people that aren't interested and kind of fighting that uphill battle, right? And so I know that's a crazy example, but if you're interested in learning how you can implement this kind of stuff in real life, like in your own business, and then you can head over to dropshipunlocked.com/free for an on-demand training where we show you exactly how to do that. And so, yeah, I mean, just to wrap it all up, like, here's what we know at this stage. If you pick a proven and in-demand niche, right, one that customers are searching for, where the demand is consistent, and ideally if you sell products that are upwards of £300-400 per sale per item, and you do it using search intent marketing, so you're like Peter, you get up on stage, you tell everybody about the piano, and then you just say, come to us if you want to buy it, right? That's going to be the cheapest place to start versus doing what he did in the morning and going around handing out business cards to everyone. That's going to be expensive. It's going to be exhausting. You're going to have to keep creating new content. And so, the clients that start with Google Ads often say, well, where do Facebook ads then fit in? And of course, they do fit into all of this. You can then use Facebook ads and Instagram ads as a retargeting type traffic. So, for example, customers that came to your site, viewed your product, and then didn't buy, right? Maybe they reached the checkout, but they didn't purchase. Well, you can then run retargeting ads to that warm audience, right? But you're going for the hot audience first, the audience that pretty much said, well, I'm ready to go. They've got their payment card ready to go. They're just like, well, where do I buy it? Right? They're the place that you want to start, obviously. So hopefully you see why that makes it so much easier as a starting point. And with that said, I just wanted to say thank you very much for joining me today, whether you're live or watching the replay. I really appreciate you guys tuning in and watching this. If you do have questions, if you're live with us now, feel free to ask them. If you're watching the replay of this, you can always put a question in the comment. I'll try and answer all of them. And if you found this helpful, do let me know if there's any particular topics you'd like me to cover. Again, in the replay, in the comments, let me know, and we can do a video like that. And if you could go ahead and just do me the small favor of giving the video a little like, that would be a real treat, and I'd really appreciate that. So if you know anyone else as well that might be interested in this kind of stuff and it might be an interesting perspective for them, please do feel free to share this with them, tag them in the comments. And so, yeah, that's it for today. I mean, thank you everybody again for joining. And don't forget, if you want to go deeper into this, we're running an on-demand training that you can access by going to dropshipunlocked.com/free. Okay, well, that's it for today. I look forward to speaking with you all again soon. Bye.